Hey folks, James of Welsh Gamer News here. If you're a Sony fan, I got a tiny bit of bad news for you. Sony has actually admitted that the first party PlayStation 4 lineup for 2015 is actually a little sparse. Now this is actually coming from Andrew House, who was at Sony's 2015 Investor Relations Day, and he actually detailed the company's strategy for this year. Now, he starts on by saying, "We are working very hard to continue our very strong support from third-party publishers and developers." He continues to say, "Our first-party lineup is a little sparse this year, so I think this places even greater emphasis on getting good third-party support." Continues on, but when they say his emphasis on getting good third-party support, he probably means with regards to the features the PlayStation 4 has over all the competition, like for example share play, adding extra content in the PS4 version of multi-plat games, or even give players early access to add-on content. Now he continues to say, "I will admit that these are, in the current publishing landscape, few and far between, but we are able to announce a full exclusive around a franchise like Street Fighter, so that Street Fighter 5 is a complete exclusive for PlayStation 4. Now I have to disagree with that. In my opinion, an exclusive is when a game is out on one thing and one thing only. I'm pretty sure Street Fighter 5 is also coming out on PC, so technically, unless PlayStation 4 will get a lot of extra content compared to the PC, but that remains to be seen." He continues to add, "Although given publishing dynamics and development costs, these are increasingly difficult to secure." Now he also cast a bad news view with regards to the handheld business, so now we're talking about the PlayStation Vita. Still remains strong and vibrant in Asia and Japan. His outlook for the current fiscal year included declines in the US and Europe. Additionally, he referred to the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation TV as legacy platforms. Now I don't know if that means they're going to be killing them off, but he was discussing a write-off of hardware components for the two. Now he continues to say this as well, "I would characterize 2015 as the beginning of a harvest period for the PlayStation 4 platform." He says the beginning of a harvest period. That being said, we are also undertaking to invest in the future, and 2015 will also be a year of investment. Now, could Sony afford to take a year out with regards to having hardly any first party lineup? Of course they can. They're so far ahead, with regards to selling their consoles. I think a month ago they confirmed it about 22 million consoles they've sold, so they could afford to not do much this year. But hopefully they have a lot more plans for next year, especially with this year with Microsoft announcing at E3. Well, Phil Spencer announced they want to work on more new IPs, which is fantastic news. And of course with, I believe in October or November, the release of Halo 5, if they nail that, which I'm still worried about, to be honest, after what happened with Master Chief Collection. But if they do nail that, I believe the Xbox One will catch up to the PlayStation 4. Certainly won't overtake the PlayStation 4, because Sony with the PS4, they nailed everything right from the bat, and they're miles ahead, and they thoroughly deserve it. So let's just hope, even the third party lineup for Sony, I hope it's a good year for Sony, I hope it's a good year for Microsoft, and I hope Nintendo just gets their bloody act together and have a good year as well. But other than that, this is James of Welsh Gamer News. You guys take care.